Good morning again. I took a little nap. I feel a little better now. And I feel like having a little bit of story time. I'm going to tell a little story about my first arrest. Back in 1995, I was involved with someone who calls themselves my spouse now. This person was unlike anybody I had ever been around before. A lifelong friend of my children's father. Almost lifelong, anyway. And she had came into my life previously when I was younger, before I started dating my ex-husband. But anyway, getting back to the original story, um, she's very abusive. She always has been from the very beginning. And I was afraid of her. I don't like to fight. I broke a boy's arm when I was in second grade for him touching one of my friends, a third grader. He was a third grader. He touched one of my friends under her dress, on her panties or whatever, and I broke his arm. So I don't like to fight. My dad taught me tactical maneuvers when I was very young, 3, 4, 5 years old. And so I don't like to fight because I know I can hurt people. And I don't even have to think about it as a problem. But anyway, one day we are riding in her Fiero. We're living together at this point. She had rented a place in duplex off of John Paul Jones Road in Florence County. And some things had transpired prior, where she had talked our roommate, a male roommate, into buying a 9mm. My sisters, I was babysitting my sisters, and one of my sisters was with our neighbor who we were really close to. Her name was Jamie. And my little sister, my younger sister, a whole sister, was in the house with us. I was trying to cook us something for lunch or something, so I was in the kitchen. And a gun goes off. I don't know if my sister shot the gun. I don't know if my abusers shot the gun, but I know they shot my TV. I found my little sister, who was 11 at the time, in my closet, or in the closet in my bedroom, hiding like tornado drill in school, in the closet. After that, we're riding in the Fiero. This is probably days later or whatever. I think I tried to kill myself on my birthday right around the same time. It might have been after this, though. We're riding in the Fiero, and my abuser tries to jump out the car because I'm driving. And we're not probably half a mile from the place where we were staying. I pull up in the yard, I'm going so fast, I almost hit the porch with the Fiero. My abuser jumps out the car, jumps in her Amigo. By this time I'm gone. I'm going down John Paul Jones, going back towards Florence. And there's a store on John Paul Jones Road, okay? Well, we're going away from the apartment. I'm going probably 70 miles an hour down the road in the Fiero. My abuser, in her Amigo, passes me, gets in front of me, less than 2 car lengths in front of me, probably less than 1 to be honest, and slams on brakes. If there would have been a car coming in the opposite direction, I would have died. Okay, I used to wear a lot of eye makeup and stuff, and I managed to get the Fiero to the store that's right there on John Paul Jones Road, and I look like Batman. I've been crying. I'm afraid she tried to kill me. I call the person that was my best friend that worked at Harris Teeter, because I worked at Harris Teeter at the time. And my friend who worked in the meat department shows up to get me. He takes me to his house. His wife had just left him the day before. We're just friends at this point. And I spend the night. He actually took me to our job. I got suspended for 3 days, and he got suspended overnight. And yeah, my bosses didn't believe what I had told them, and that's kind of irrelevant at this point. And anyway, I got him. And anyway, I stayed at his house that night. And in the middle of the night, I see he's asleep or playing asleep. And there was never any sex or anything like that, even though she thought there was. I caught her peeping in the bedroom window. I get up, I'm crying. I go sit on the couch, and she stands in front of sliding glass doors. This was at Habitat 2000. I don't know how she found me. She's been stalking me since the very beginning. Couldn't even be with my children's father because of it. And no one's been believing me the whole time about her stalking. I mean, I had my own place at one point where when me and my children's father, before we got our first divorce, my mom helped me get my own place. I had a roommate. I eventually got a roommate because I had to, because of the stalking stuff. My children's father and I tried to get back together. We were having sex in my room. I didn't have curtains, and she stood on the fence to look and watch us having sex at the time. Come on. And this has kind of been going on for a very, very long time. 30 years. And there's been times when me and my children's father got back together, because we were married twice. We were living on my grandmother's land beside my dad, and my grandma lived on the property as well. My ex-husband used to work third shift a lot. Sometimes like split, where he worked part of second and worked third. So he was gone 12 hours, sometimes more. And during the night, one night, it's just me and the kids. Because we're trying to get back together, although we're not together at this point. I'm trying to help him with the kids, because we're divorced, and trying to help out with his father, who had fell off a ladder and broke his leg, and had to have pins and stuff in his leg. And I let my children's father had a American Bulldog, who's one of the bigger bulldogs, and I let her out because she was acting crazy, and I didn't know what was going on. I let her out. She ended up getting hit by a red 8 truck. And there's some other things with my identity that have been going on since right after I became a FIPS, back in I think 89. And whoever it is, their birth date is 4/24, that's 74 or 75. They go by Angela Phipps as well, which my name is not Phipps anymore. But this is really not too much for me. But there's probably going to be more stories to come, because I want my message out.